Tax day is officially over, but the guilt lives on in the new late night series, Tax Day Confessions.
I waited until the last minute to file.
I lied on my return.
I made up a fake charity organization and pretended it was a write-off.
You won't believe the shocking admissions you'll hear on Tax Day Confessions.
I said I was a low-income earner so I would qualify for a higher refund.
I pretended to donate a bunch of items I didn't even own.
I claimed my pet iguana as a dependent.
Tax Day Confessions.
I said all that pizza and beer I bought this year was a legitimate business expense.
I stole the answers from my friend's return and submitted them as my own because I thought I'd get the same refund amount.
Tax Day Confessions.
I didn't do my taxes at all.
Only on Skin Attacks.
These are my confessions.
What do you have planned for today?
What do you have for me today?
What do you boys have planned for today?
It's all part of the plan.
Plan? I don't have a plan.
You also have no plan.
That's the plan, Stan. What do you think?
That was yesterday. What have you done for me today?
I'll tell you what's happening. The show needs a plot transplant.
Ha! That's hilarious. What a card. Good morning. Happy freaking Wednesday. I almost said Monday. Woo! Off the bat. I don't know if it's the middle of the week or not. I do know this. It's going to be gorgeous today again. And that makes me happy. Because I can one wheel again. I did yesterday. I rode down to my board meeting. And then I left my board meeting. And I'm going to start the show with this story. Because screw it. It's my show. I'll do what I want. I left my board meeting and I cruised up through the river campus. I had my GoPro on. It's the Chinese knockoff GoPro, like Caso or whatever. It did not work. It turned itself off 30 seconds into the ride. I don't know why. It's not hot. Regardless. Cruise through the river campus. Beautiful little cruise. Across the roundabout from the river campus is True Q Barbecue. Fantastic barbecue. Best barbecue in Cape. But Byron Bonner, Pastor Byron, he is the owner of True Q, and he and I are old friends. We used to work together, oh, God, almost 30 years ago now. Holy crap. But anyway, I hadn't seen Byron in a little bit. And I went cruising by, and of course I got a full face helmet on, so he's not even going to see my face. And he and another dude were sitting out in front of his shop talking. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going to circle back and say hi to Byron. And I did. And to shorten this story, I had a nice, hour-long conversation with Byron. That's how I wrapped my evening yesterday. It was so nice out. We just sat there in front of the barbecue shop and caught up on life. And it was a true Q blessing to have that time with Byron yesterday. So I encourage you guys, get out if you can. You know, if you're healthy, you feel it, get out, take a walk, or go to the park or somewhere where you might run into somebody, or just pop by somebody's shop and say hi, Connect with somebody today. That really helped me yesterday. Why the hell did it just literally out of nowhere, my Google decided to sign itself out? You have no need to sign me out. Literally started this session 30 minutes ago. But that's cool. It'll open back up. I'll have my show notes because it's National Eggs Benedict Day, and I'll be damned if anybody's going to take the shine off of that Camaro. Okay? I loves me some Eggs Benedict. Carrie can tell you I can whip up a good Eggs Benedict when I have the Knowles sauce packets. Those things are awesome. They work really good. But it's National Eggs Benedict Day. I don't know how you do yours. I do an English muffin, maybe a little butter. Then you poach the egg on top and then put the hollandaise on top of that. Maybe a little sprinkle of some parsley, maybe, for a little visual impact. Anyway, National Eggs Benedict Day, National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day. I didn't do that. I don't have pajamas. But I wore my Wheezy Tied Up and Twisted tie-dye, which I'll have a new one today. I got some new gear to debut soon. When you have family over, I urge them to get out. Does that count? Sure, Dennis. For you, it does. Today, it does. Why not? But yeah, Wes made me my new catfish colors. So I got my green and gold that he's made. I got to get that from him. And then speaking of catfish stuff, the amazing Adam Stevens and his lovely wife and the crew with their Hello Gorgeous boutique and Gorgeous Wear. They made me my custom catfish shirts, and I mentioned this a while back, but they took the catfish logo and they replaced the bat with a microphone. And he screamed me up 3 shirts. I've got them at the house. I wore one last weekend for Singo on Thursday night. I don't know. Remember if maybe did I wear it on Friday? I might have worn it last Friday morning. I don't remember what I wear. Interesting side note, Facebook memories, it'll pop up a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever. I was flipping through that last night. It was like 4 years ago, and it was my show. And I realized, I keep getting the notifications, your show from March 17th will be deleted at the end of the week. But that shit from 4 years ago, Facebook is like grandfathered in. So I'll have a show archive leading up till Facebook deciding they didn't want a server farm anymore, I guess. Kind of weird. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. It's a slow start to this Wednesday. I got like 3 people here. I want to make sure everything's actually functional. I may not have my shit together. I know Dennis is here. By God, he's let me know. Thanks, pal. Stream Elements and Restream knows I'm here. Okay, what else? It's World Semicolon Day. It is National Bean Counters Day. Day after tax day. Start counting them beans. National Librarian Day. We love Deb and Miss Penzel. Flat Stomach Appreciation Day. I guess, appreciate flat stomach today. Sure. My favorite flat stomach in modern history would be the one featured in Hot Shots. They call me Little Sizzling Belly. Flat Stomach Appreciation Day. I appreciate my stomach is flatter. However, I would not consider my stomach to be flat, per se. It's TIQ time, Dennis. Are you ready? Here we go. Today's TIQ is going out to Restream and YouTube first, or Twitch and YouTube first. I need to figure out how to better engage with those audience. I restream over to there. I don't do anything else. I don't check in on Twitch to promote it. I don't do the same thing on YouTube. I have no clue. Unless you comment, I do not know of your presence on those channels, but I'd love to hear it. Good morning, John. I got your invite for that photo op yesterday. I got to look at that, and I need to go look at the other piece on the website that you sent me. But I may have some bandwidth today. So remind me of that. Remind me of that post end of show, okay? About getting the reporting bit for the... I'm sure it's inside the money software. Anyway. TIQ is in there. Okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't post it to Facebook. I guess that would help. Whoops. Do. TIQ, 20 per 6. I'm not confident that this is going to be going great this morning. Let's roll. 26% of people. Let's get a transition. 26% of people have told this lie when visiting a friend's home. I'm with Dennis. That's the lie they said. I'm with Dennis. My one-wheel chat group is hammering me. 26%. Why didn't it post? Shit. I hit enter. Oh, by the way, check out. Thank you, Elizabeth and crew. We had our United Way board meeting. We have a new rebranded United Way logo. They've nationally, the organization has cleaned it up, and so we got some new hats. It's a nice hat. It's a Richardson. Richardson 172. But it's fitted. It's stretch fit. I like stretch fit hats. I was a little concerned. It's a large XL. I was a little worried I might have too much scalp. But no, we solid. It's a good fit. I like it. Food is great. John, you are so close, but I'm not going to give it to you. I mean, just really close. More specific, but not. No, just try again. Ooh, I love your choice in furniture. Those plastic slip covers look fantastic. Well, Grandma has an incontinence issue. On Flat Stomach Appreciation Day. Let's get into some birthdays. We've got a show ahead today. We're going to talk about a top 10 list about Louisiana swamp creatures. Yep. Kind of doing it because I love my friend Kellison. When I think Louisiana swamp creatures and legendary Sasquatchans, I think Kellison. Not because of any scientific relation, because she's amazing and beautiful, and the Sasquatch would probably kidnap her and make her their queen. Her son knows. He's seen it in action. 26%, a beautiful home. No, you've zoomed out. Happy birthday to you, Josh Mills. Toilet was broken when I got the old Dumb and Dumber slide. Yeah, no. Good guess. It's like those wet blankets. You get those ads? Brandy Nicole Johnson. Happy birthday, Brandy. Trey's sweet mama. Hope you're having a good Wednesday birthday. John Moreland. Happy birthday, John Moreland. I bought my Jeep from John Moreland, my wife's Jeep, and I may be buying a new Jeep. Not new. I got to consolidate vehicles. I'm done with my truck. Anybody wants to buy a used 2007 F-150 that's starting to show signs of the 5.4 Triton disease, holler at your boy. You'll get it dirt fucking cheap. Let's see, John Moreland, happy birthday, dude. I don't expect much deals on trade-in, right? So I got to just sell these things and get rid of them. John Moreland, happy birthday. Lamar Holderness, happy birthday. Lamar, that was a remix, birthday remix. And Samantha Richardson, happy birthday, Samantha. Hope your freaking Wednesday birthday is fire. Somebody buy you a lawn chair today. Get you a brand new lawn chair for your birthday. You need it. Spring's coming. You need one of those with the rocking ones. You like those rocking lawn chairs, guys? Like the soccer dad lawn chairs? Our friend who coached my daughter's team years ago, well, he coached it recently. Years ago, though, he'd come to the games and he'd sit, and his rocking chair had a squeak. And I told Carrie I never remembered to do it. I was going to bring some 3-in-1 oil and just and get that bad boy and make the squeak stop. Because it plagued my brain. He'd be in a game just, oh, it's too much. Sorry, Johnny. I hope you got your squeaky chair fixed. How much they love their pets. I like whatever it is you are serving. Nope, too vague. You were closest with your first guess. First Auto Credit, the one that's down from where Crater Tire and all that. Yeah, that's a Big Al works over there. I sent him a text yesterday. We're going to connect on some things. I went by there and looked. And they've got some good deals. I want a Jeep Wrangler, like that style of Jeep. Something I can pull a trailer to take kayaks to the river and get around town, maybe out to the farm. I don't need a road trip vehicle. I don't need a vacation hauler. Climate control would be nice, but that's what I'm in the market for. And honestly, people buy them and keep them forever. The house isn't usually this messy. No, good guess. John's first guess, his initial first guess where he said, where the shit is it? The food is great. Literally closest guess so far. 26% of people have told this lie when visiting a friend's home. So you walk, not you hosting, Bethy. This is you going into the friend's home and you say this. Oh, I didn't know you had a child. Oh, we don't. We do a lot of cosplay. All right. Advanced Auto. That was that was like a AutoZone. Didn't AutoZone buy out Advanced, or did one or the other or something maybe? I don't remember. It was like Radio Shack for cars. So perspective there, Bethy. This is you going into the home and you're like, oh, did they take any valuables when they robbed your place? Or that's what they'd say in mine. Oh, you staging for hoarders? All right, I gotta pause the One Wheel St. Louis chat. These boys are just chatting too much and it's popping up. It smells good in here. Good guess, not it. Hey, by the way, celebrity birthdays today. Chance the Rapper is 32. Actress, former MMA star Gina Carano is 43 today. Akon is 52. Not a fan. Cheerleader. Peter Billingsley is 54. You know who Peter Billingsley is, right? It's an actor. Good morning, Troy. Happy Wednesday. Dinner smells great. No, John. Other guess was still closer, but you're still close. But the other one was closer. Excuse me. You walk into the house and you make this comment, but it's a lie. But what is it? Yeah, if the hurricane was only in that area. WWE professional wrestling personality Vicky Guerrero is 57 today. John Cryer is 60. He's still skinny. Old Walleye. No, thank you. I'm not hungry. Nope. Martin Lawrence turns 60 today. Gina will be there to celebrate. Happy birthday, Martin. Martin. Actress Ellen Barkin is 71. Former Patriots coach, Bill Belichick is 73. His girlfriend is 14. And former NBA star Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he is 78. Happy birthday, Kareem. Hope your day is fantastic. I hope somebody celebrates him, you know. You walk in and realize hoarding is real. Could be. Not it, though. Not it. Oh, my Lord. Okay. All right. Moving on. Birthdays are done. What's on the deck today? So I mentioned we're going to talk about some Louisiana swamp legends. Also, let me know if my audio is distorted. I feel like I've got allergy shit punching me so hard right now, I can't hear squat. Like, my headphones are cranked when I'm in the studio because I can't tell if I'm over speaking and distorting everything. I'm going to try to be calmer in my conversation. I'm wearing my voice out because I'm talking too loud. And I hate doing that. Because then when I'm talking about somebody or talking shit, I know I'm speaking too loud and they're going to hear me. Just kidding. Thanks for the invite, but secretly cringing. In the neighborhood, John's The Food is Great was the closest guess so far. It is something in that neighborhood, something a little more specific. Cue the Jerry Rice music. Dennis is on fire today. Hey, where's Fred? Donde es Fred? Is he sleeping in? Oh, no, not a Fred sleeping in on a Wednesday. Hi, glorious nature. Hey, yeah, Fred's not here and Lorraine's not here either. Oh, my goodness. You know, I never see the two of them in the same room at the same time. No, I'm just kidding. We see them in the same room right here all the time. 1818 on this date today in history, the U.S.-Canadian border was invented. No, it was established. The U.S. Senate ratified I forgot what the hell the name of it was, but it established the U.S.-Canadian border on this date in 1818. So happy 207th birthday to the U.S.-Canadian border. Oops. 1947, the zoom lens was invented. Before then, you had to get real close to those lions when you're out there on the safari. The zoom lens, whew, less casualties in this year's safari's trips by far, guys. It was great. Asking shoes on or off when entering. It's a good question, but no. And we're looking for something that you tell is a lie, right, when you go into the friend's house. Like John said, the food is great. That may be the shittiest meatloaf you've ever had, but you don't want to hurt your friend's feelings, right? Think along those lines. I'll eat anything. Mikey comes in. No, that's not it. 1964, the Rolling Stones released their debut album, The Rolling Stones. So happy 61st birthday to the Rolling Stones' first album. 61 years ago. 1994, Harry Connick Jr., much to the chagrin of young men all across America, marries Jill Goodacre, the most beautiful ginger in the universe, in 1994. They order pizza, but there's pineapple on it. No. I love your decor. Not it. Good guess. Excuse me. And when whoever gets this, it's going to be oh, okay. Like you were pretty close the whole time, but oh, okay. I think that's my reaction. 94, Harry Connick Jr. weds Jill Goodacre. The next year, Governor George W. Bush names today, April 16th, Selena Day in Texas. He was governor at the time, after the singer was killed 2 weeks earlier, right, by the leader of her fan club, who is still in prison and was recently denied parole again. Keep him locked up. Oh, shit, Fred. All caps. Yes, it is. It's Wednesday. It's Wonderful Wednesday. That's my hand rainbow. Wonderful Wednesday. We've got balls, various shapes and colors. This one disappears in the green screen. Watch. How about that? How about that for some live TV highlights? Yeah, I'm the only one that touches that, and it sits right next to the hand sanitizer. I'm not that gross. I'm not going to stick a dirty football in my mouth. Actually, I would stick a dirty football in my mouth, but no other balls. Yep, not going anywhere. 1999, Wayne Gretzky, the great one, announces his retirement. And hockey kept going. By the way, did you hear the Blues might have clinched it in the wild card? Clinched this playoff spot last night? Yeah! Let's go Blues! Okay, we're in the playoffs again. You know what that means, kids? Play Gloria. That's what that means. Good morning, good freaking morning, everybody. I hope you're feeling good today. I really genuinely hope you're feeling good. We're going to talk about some morning things. We've touched on some of these in the past. Kind of threw together a list of a handful of things to do in the morning to get your day off on the good foot. Because I need it. If you read my description of the show today, started off with a chip on my shoulder and a thorn in my side and frustrations. Let shit get under my skin. Dumb shit that has... Within 30 seconds, whatever that is that I dealt with this morning, that was resolved. I figured it out, fixed it, dealt with it, right? Within 30 seconds. But it's crawling under my skin. And it'll eat me alive. So, don't let that happen. We're going to want to talk about some things to spin that up today. All right? What else on this date? Oh, 1999, Wayne Gretzky, right? Said, I'm retiring. The same day, another beautiful Canadian, Shania Twain, was the first woman to receive the Songwriter and Artist of the Year award by the Nashville Songwriters Association International. Yeah, coincidence? I think not. Oh, you went to the game, Chad? That's awesome. I had tickets for a couple Saturdays ago, and we couldn't pull it off because the way things worked out with the timing on Layla's game. But playoff tickets, man, I'm tempted to go digging. It's just I know it's something we're already going to be screwed and not be able to do it. But yes, there is a chance. Bob and Doug McKenzie actually presented the award to Shania. It was kind of neat. 2007, the Virginia Tech massacre occurred on this date. You remember this? Seong Cho shot 32 people, killed 32 people, injured 23 others before he shot himself, killed himself. Terrible. Oh, it's easy finding your address. Drive. Yeah, no. Good guess. Not it. Diamond, I appreciate your perseverance, though. Everyone reset yourselves back to it's just a simple lie. You came in, they're hosting you, right? You're sitting around the living room or you're standing around the kitchen, and you make this comment, and you don't mean it. You dirty lying bastard. You just don't want to hurt your friend's feelings. Take off, eh? No kidding, Matt. I did not know that. That's wild. I can't even fathom what that experience was like. It's insane. Loretta, Tammy, and Reba. Yeah. I mean, our own Loretta. She might be quite the singer. You don't know. She might be taking y'all to Fifth City. Loretti. Former Night Court star Harry Anderson passed away on this date in 2018. I miss Harry Anderson. I liked Harry Anderson. Also, 2018, in case you guys are just getting fresh on Kendrick Lamar, post-Super Bowl, he's been awarded things in the past. He's had quite a career. Back in 2018, Kendrick Lamar was awarded the Pulitzer for music. Became the first non-classical or non-jazz artist to win the Pulitzer for music. That is a substantial achievement. Okay? Just FYI. She was running late and missed. Oh my gosh. That's a hand of God moment, Matt. That's what that is. The shepherd sheep. That looks wonderful. They're cooking. No, it's still close. It's just this food tastes great was the closest guess. Very first guess you had was the closest guess, and it was so close. I would change one word. In that and get this right. 2019, Kelsey Ballerini was inducted as the youngest and tiniest member of the Grand Ole Opry by Carrie Underwood. I don't know if she is actually the tiniest member. I know Dolly is very petite, but generally speaking en masse, I think Dolly might have Kelsey beat. But congrats to her. Pre-COVID in induction there. It's good stuff. I heard that Stone Richards is in the house. There he is. Look at that guy. Stone Richards, ladies and gentlemen. There was a hobo on your doorstep, but I chased him off. Nope. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Dennis, yeah. When I was a kid, dude, Night Court was... I never missed a Night Court episode. Just loved that show. That Reinhold, that formulated a lot of my humor today. Harry Anderson was a part of that. Harry Anderson and Night Court, Police Academy movies, Fat Boys Records, the Smothers Brothers, My Mother Twice Over. All these things, this is what influenced the warped, rapier, sharp wit you hear today. And Monty Python, thank you. This is Stone's time to shine, though, so I apologize. I know I'm taking time away from your clock. Stone knows the weather is decent. Calmer winds today than yesterday, too, right? Because yesterday was pretty breezy. It wasn't bad. It's a little cool this morning. We're at like 38 degrees in downtown Cape. A little bit of fog if you manage to make it outside. But we're going to get up to 70 today. Increasing clouds as we get to this afternoon. Overnight tonight, low about 51. We'll have a chance of rain roll in, about a 30% shot at 2:17 a.m. As we roll through Thursday, though, it's going to be windier. We could see some 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts tomorrow. About a 40% shot of rain throughout the day. Sustained winds about 10 to 15 miles an hour. And then by the afternoon, 15 to 20. So I'm not going to be one-wheeling tomorrow afternoon because it's like blow me off my one wheel. Thanks. Thursday night, partly cloudy, low 65. Friday, fucking 80. Sorry for the F-bomb, but you gotta. 80? Hot. Gross. Mosquitoes. They'll bloom. The mosquitoes will bloom Friday. Damn it. And let me tell you this. All y'all that live anywhere close to me, if you got standing water, you got buckets and shit, and from all the rain we had still out there, dump that friggin' water out, you mosquito farming turd. Do it now, today. Go. All right? Friday, partly sunny, high of 80. Friggin' 70% chance of rain. It's going to take a big crap on us Saturday. Friday night into Saturday. High about 74 Saturday. Sunday, showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm. High near 72. So it's another one of those beautiful weeks. Shitballs weekend. Sorry. And it's Easter. So, like, it's rainy Easter Sunday, not a big fan. But we're not in the egg hunting persuasion anymore, per se. Our kids kind of have grown up and above it. It's beautiful. Yeah, I feel you. All right, hey, here's a pro tip, completely off base. Stone, thanks, man. This Stone's what made me think of this, though, because we both have our press credentials for St. Louis Battlehawks football games. The UFL, badass. And we went last year, and it was awesome. Anyway, you're going this weekend, though, right? On yeah, okay. Thanks, Stone. One of the things I wanted to mention is, though, here on the morning show next week, I'm going to be giving away tickets to see the St. Louis Battlehawks. The game is in St. Louis. The game that I'm giving away tickets for is April 26th, okay? It's a Saturday game. They're hosting the Michigan Panthers, and all next week, every morning, I'm giving away tickets, a pair of tickets. And I got to give away 7 pairs. So on Monday or Wednesday or one of those days, I'm going to give away a pair here on the Facebook Live, okay? So you can tune in for a chance to win a pair of Battlehawks tickets. And then you can go to the Battlehawks game. And it's fun as hell. John's been. He knows. He is educated. Where did my comments go? I lost my comments. Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. You'll be at the Huber Farm for the Easters. We're going to do brunch with Carrie's dad, and then we'll be out at the Bergfeld Ranch at my dad's place, mom and dad's place, actually. The Uptown Fruitland location, just up the street from Homebrew Supply. I did not watch the new Night Court. Kind of refused to. I don't need it. I didn't need it, and I didn't trust it. I take that back. I think I watched like one episode, and it wasn't terrible. I don't know. You have such a beautiful family. Good guess. Not it. Let's see. It is Wednesday. Good morning, Lorraine. Hey, it's okay. The TIQ is still open. John, screw it. I'm going to give it to you. Your coffee tastes great. That's the specific drink, but you changed it to drink, which, gosh darn it, that is good enough. John McGowan with the TIQ B- answer. It's good enough. You got it. Yes, the lie we tell. Your coffee tastes great. No, your coffee tastes like shit, but I'm your friend, and I'm going to pound through it. You know, and I feel like if there is anything that we could feel comfortable complaining about at anyone's home or business, it is the coffee. Because traditionally, people tend to see that in movies and TV shows. Where'd you get this? Go down to Dunkin' and get me a brown one, detective. You know? You see them complain about coffee. That's like, they're complaining about the coffee. Oh, that old stereotype. You could probably complain about your friend's coffee. But that's a lie. Thank you. Headed to Wisconsin for a funeral. Damn. Sorry, John. I was hoping we'd be done with those for the year, right? So there you go. The TIQ is now complete. Hallelujah. It is 8:02. We got to get into the brekkie bits. We got a show to do. We got some things to do in the morning to put yourself in a good mood coming. This one made me sad. Brekkie Bits says, Wink Martindale passed away. Wink Martindale. He was a rock and roll disc jockey, game show host, hell of a personality, and devilishly handsome. The epitome of the spray tan, good hair game show host, Wink Martindale. Game show hosts. I loved him when I was a kid, man. Legends. Wink Martindale. He was 91. He passed away Tuesday in Rancho Mirage, according to his publicist. You know, you saw him on High Rollers, right? Paleontologists have discovered a 100-million-year-old fossilized footprints in the Canadian Rockies. They revealed the first known tracks of three-toed, clubbed-tail, armored dinosaurs. Probably my favorite dinosaurs. Filling a gap in the fossil record. They're like armadillo sloths. Olivia Wilde has a few choice words to say about the Blue Origin space flight, of which we spoke on Monday, the all-female crew going up into space. And then that whole thing. Wilde shared the meme with the message, $1 billion bought. Some good memes, I guess. Yep. Hey, good for you. Yep, you could do a lot of great things with your money, but so could everybody else. Worry about yourself. Hooray for them for having some fun. Yep. Oh, Wink Martindale. They have developed, this is awesome. This is what we need to be doing with artificial intelligence, with that whole technology, among other things, obviously, but improvements. And this is awesome. They're working on a new wearable AI system that uses visual, audio, and haptic feedback signaling to help blind and partially sighted people navigate obstacles. The walking distance and navigation time has improved in testing, has improved by 25% compared to using a cane. It's pretty awesome. And think as that learns, that AI builds on that and starts understanding the environment more and all that kind of stuff and signals and everything, I mean, that could be a serious, major, life-changing development, right? From having somebody drag you around to having a dog, a guide dog. And then guide dogs came into, and as things have evolved for them, for those impairments. It's pretty awesome. You know what else is awesome? It's been 22 years since the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie came out. Holy crap. 22 years? Yep. That's a lie, Dennis. Elton John's latest album with Brandi Carlile, Who Believes in Angels, has landed in the top 10 of album sales. By the way, that's the 22nd time Elton John has dropped an album in the top 10 album sales. He's got more money than the Carters. My other car is in orbit. That's on the bumper sticker. Ohio State's football team visited the White House. Good for them, right? It's the time-honored tradition. They visited the White House the other day. It was quite the stir, though, and it was an honor for the vice president, J.D. Vance. He is an Ohio State alum. Pretty cool, bringing his alma mater in to celebrate their big win. He grabbed the trophy to hoist it in the air, and when he did, he fucking broke the trophy in half. Yeah, it's cool. It's no big deal. College championship trophy. The base fell to the ground. It was neat. There's pictures. There was a 5.2 earthquake near San Diego the other day. I don't know if you caught the footage, but there's footage from the San Diego Zoo of when the shocks struck. The elephants instinctually herding up, corralling to protect the young, surrounding the baby elephants, and all of them facing outward like fighting stance. It's pretty amazing. It's just pretty amazing. And they did it again when the aftershocks came through. Animal instincts, man. It's hard to do anything but say it's awesome. Pretty freaking awesome. And not last but not least, penultimately but not least, Lady Gaga says she's thinking about having a kid in the near future. So good for her. Go have a baby Gaga. Gaga Goo Goo. The name possibilities are endless. Goo Goo Gaga. Yeah. American Airlines has become one of the last U.S. major airlines to add free Wi-Fi to their jets. Hi, it's 2025. That shit was around 20 years ago when I was flying. Come on, man. Things to do in the morning. Put yourself in a good mood. I'm going to abridge this list, but most of us don't react to the sound of our alarm by popping out of bed and like Pee-wee's Playhouse and being like, ugh, and going making breakfast and being all perky. The video, yeah, Diamond, the video is awesome. It really is. Carrie showed it to me. That was the first time I saw it, and that was such a cool thing. Yeah, we're teaching the Terminators everything, John. So here are some things you can do in those few crucial hours, or for some of us, crucial minutes, between getting up and arriving to work and having to be functional and interact with other humans. Okay? In that time, in your morning window, which we're in now, and I appreciate you being here for that. But the first thing I'm going to tell you is, in that morning window, put your phone down. Disconnect from this. Olympic gold medalist and American-born, what was she? Artistic gymnast, Nastya Liukin. She believes in stepping away from your phone in the morning to allow, for a distraction-free zone. Started off, spend time with your pet. Love on your pet for a while. Sit out on the front porch with your coffee. That's what Kellison does. She'll put up a picture on Facebook or Instagram. She'll be out on porch coffee watching the sunrise. It's a good way to find yourself, center yourself, and start your morning without something else influencing the start of your day. Just you and God and your cat, right? Oh, Alicia's not here either. See, I say cat and I think of her. I think I threw everybody off. I think we the pink moon on Saturday must have screwed our schedules up. Imagine, though, starting that day, instead of firing off emails or reading some toxic shit on social media, tune in here and start your morning for this. No, but just distraction-free start, okay? Number one is taking a healthy drink. Start your shot. Hillary Duff swears by apple cider vinegar, a shot of apple cider vinegar every morning. I don't know about that. But that's one way to do it. It is a cure-all elixir. It's supposed to stabilize your blood sugar, promote healthy digestion, reduce candida overgrowth. That's a yeasty fungus, by the way, candida, however you pronounce it. Yeah. It's up in your mouth, helps to reduce that. So anyway, a healthy shot, a healthy start. I start with a protein shake in the morning. That's my breakfast. Something else you could do is just make your bed. Okay, real quick. My wife is still in mine, but I pull my side up, floof it out a little bit, flatten it down. One reason is if the cats decide to use the litter box and then come crawl up on my bed, I don't have litter in my sheets, and that's gross. But also, it's just kind of nice, sense of uniformity. It symbolizes a closing of the night and a start to the new day. Okay, I'm going to pull these covers back after I have earned my right to go back into this bed later. And it makes the room look a little less chaotic, which is always nice, especially if you have plaid sheets or plaid comforter or something, and you can line up the lines just perfectly with the bed. Okay, I think you're right, Fred. Thank you. And I love it. Fred has been taking notes on life. Get your caffeine fix, right? That's the start to my morning. 7 a.m. I am next door at the Groundabout. Yes, I will step in front of you to be the first in line. I order simple coffee, and I don't like waiting 20 minutes because you wanted to order something really pretty. Good for you. I'm glad you enjoy it. I want my coffee and I want to go. But nobody wants to start the day hangry. Nobody wants to start the day tired. And that's why I told you a protein shake, and I do my coffee. Protein shakes at like 5:30. Coffee's in. And a good 32 ounces of water at least as we roll through the morning. But anyway, smoothies can be caffeinated too. So maybe start your day with a smoothie breakfast coffee thing, do that. Starting with a sense of accomplishment, feeling of accomplishment. Yeah, I've made my bed. I wiped my own ass. The last thing too, and this is up to you and how you start your day and where you live and all that kind of stuff, right? It's all relative, but start your day with some sensory stimulation, whether that be fresh air on the porch or just smelling your coffee, inhaling that, really letting it touch your senses. Close your eyes, let the smell, really take over. Smell is huge. Light a candle. Put a candle in the window like CCR did, right? But no, light a candle. That's a great way to have just some cool warm light in the bathroom maybe while you're in the shower, but also to have a nice smell. Just don't burn the damn house down. Common sense prevails. And aromatherapy, it's a nice smelly candle. Aromatherapy benefits are real too. Shower bomb it. But give yourself some sensory. Light up your senses in the morning. Stimulate your brain, okay? So there you go. There's some daytimer tips. A line of Coke off your wife's ass. I mean, that's one way to go too. I don't know if I could do a line of Coke off your wife's ass. I guess it depends on how the coffee was. But that's how we get started. Beautiful. All right, this one is I think this is going to be a complete waste of our time. So I'm going to make sure to do it because it's in my list. And we've got 18 minutes until I'm done with this show. And we're going to get to our swamp things from Louisiana in just a second. But first, we're talking about divorce rates. And what career do you think has the highest divorce rates? Let me say that I anticipated my survey to give me better careers to look at. Like, basically, I've got 10 careers, and about half of them are manufacturing facility specific. So it's kind of a weird list. I'm just precursoring this because I'm not a big fan. I probably should have done better. According to research, though, from BusinessInsider.com, people who work in the gambling or alcohol industry are at high risk for divorce, while scientists, actuaries, very low risk. Police officers, Diamond says. That's where I would think that, yeah, that's a hard job to be married to. Today was a bad day to let the son listen to the show with you. Hey, we got to culture him up a little bit, Chad. Mommy and Daddy are getting divorced? No, it's just a show, kid. Lawyer, yeah, right? Gambling and alcohol industry. That's the top. 52.9% of gaming managers, that's the rate in the gaming managers. 52.9%, most divorced. Number 2 on the list is bartenders. So there's your gambling and alcohol. Oh, our vices, they drive us apart. Do you know married bartenders? Do you know a bartender that's married successfully? I'm going through mine. I don't know a lot of bartenders. That is a true motivator, Drew. It's like a thumb up your butt. You know, nothing just perks you right up. Number 3 on the list, flight attendants. They say absence makes the heart grow fonder, but all those free peanut packets aren't going to hand themselves out. So, flight attendants, 50.5%. Gaming services workers, so those who work in the casino, 50.3%. And again, it just gets weird. So here's at 50.1%, and here's the thing. I know probably nobody is in here that works in a factory, because if you were, you're probably already at work. But if you do work swing shift or something, you happen to be in here. Number 5 on the list, rolling machine setters, operators, and tenders for metal and plastic is 50.1%. Switchboard operators, 49.7%, and I'm hitting puberty. Every time you got promoted, you got divorced. New chapter, new me, new you. Damn it. Switchboard operators, almost 50%. Extruding and drawing machine setters, operators, and tenders in the metal and plastic industry is 49.6%. Yeah. Again, mechanical. Telemarketers, 49.2%. I got dumped when I was a telemarketer. Does that count? What else? Textile knitting and weaving machine operators. Extruding operator. There's something to do, like if you work in a factory setting, you've got a high chance for divorce. If you're doing repetitive extrusion work and textile work, you're in trouble. That's not good. Let's move to the other side of the coin, the least divorced occupations, okay? Number 1 is actuaries. Only 17% of actuaries are getting divorced. What does an actuary do? Isn't that something to do with like mortgage placements or stuff? I don't know. I worked at a Southwestern Bell call center. I was fortunate enough that I didn't have to work outbound calling as much as I worked inbound, because I was a little more tech savvy, I guess, or something. I don't know. Thumbbutt the Conqueror. Saturday mornings on NBC. Number 2 on the list, physical scientist, 18.9%. If you're a physical scientist, you're in pretty good shape. Keeping it together. Medical and life scientist, a little higher, 19.6%. Clergy, 19.8%. Software developers, applications, system software. Tech heads, 20.3%. Carrie, remember, that's what I do for my main job, right? So 20.3%. You know, radio DJs didn't make this list. And you know why? Because they're like the right field grass. Most people just aren't marrying radio disc jockeys. It's just too much to work with, too much to handle, too much, especially morning people. We're terrible. We're a lot to handle. We really are. I'm a lot. Carrie deals with a lot. She would probably say that that's gotten better. But she would probably also come into my house and tell me my coffee was great. Next one up, let's see. Physical therapist, 20.7. Optometrist, chemical engineers, directors of religious activities, educators. They're number 9 on the list. And physicians and surgeons at 21.8%. So doctors, you would think, man, they're making good money. Maybe they're out, flirting with disaster. But not. They're not. Holy shnikes, is it time for Swamp Things already? I told you that was going to be a very mediocre segment. I'm going to give that one a C-. Because at least you hung out. Whew. Not a winner. Now, Louisiana swamp creatures? Legends, dare I say it? Hell yes. We are getting into some swamp nuts right now, boys and girls. You're a DJ as well, Dennis? I'm trying to think of what I was actually doing. No, I worked for Charter, the cable company, telecommunications crap, when I got divorced, when I got separated and divorced. Pretty sure it was in that era. I was working with Charter. Yeah. All right, 10 creepy legends from the swamps of Louisiana. Now listen, I'm not going to play out like I'm an expert on all of these things. I got little nuggets, just a couple of sentences about each one of these things. But you can go and read all kinds of kick-ass stories, and you can find some crazy people that come out the swamps that they catch on video talking about all these things. They got more teeth on their bracelet than in their mouth, you know what I mean? And you can just dive in. And I feel like this is a Kellison Hines show this morning. Even though she's not here, I feel like I've somehow the stars have guided me to bring things to the table that she would dig, and this is one of those things. Tell your mama what you learned this morning in Culture 101 from Professor Iceburg. He told me about the Rougarou. The Rougarou. The Rougarou is a Cajun werewolf legend. That's this beauty right here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The Rougarou. Said to roam the swamps and can transform from human to wolf. It's like a swampy werewolf, right? You imagine how matted and dreadlocky that hair is? Ooh. The Rougarou, those who encounter and shed its blood, are cursed to become a Rougarou for 101 days. 101 days. So you see him, don't hurt him. Please, Hammer. Understand. 101 days? You don't want to be the Rougarou for 101 days. Oh, Lord. Who that? Who there? And then there's the Honey Island Swamp Monster. 7 feet tall, covered with gray hair. Yellow eyes, sometimes red eyes, depending on which side of the swamp you're on. Stank. They stank. This cryptid called the Honey Island Swamp Monster has been part of Louisiana folklore since 1963. Still owes you money? Yep. The Honey Island Swamp Monster. Number 3. Not all these are, werewolfy looking things. Number 3 on the list is the Curse of Julia Brown. Julia Brown was a voodoo priestess from Franier. She allegedly cursed the town, saying she would take everyone with her upon her death. Coincidentally, a hurricane struck on the day of her funeral in 1915, devastating the area and indeed taking some with her. The Curse of Julia Brown. That's number 3 on the list. A lesser-known legend, number 4 on the list, Parlangua, is said to be a creature that lures children into the swamps. He's got a windowless van. Hangs out with Terry down at the Circle K. No. Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. Parlangua. Some believe the tale was created to keep children from wandering into dangerous areas. It works well. Oh, you don't want to go out there. You want the Parlangua going to come snatch you up. It grab you by the ankles and tear you in half, eat you like a ham. And it kept them out the swamp. Number 5, the Grunch. Now, the Grunch is not a thing, okay? Ow. Yep. The Grunch is a collective. The Grunch be them swamp people. This is a legend that originated in New Orleans. The Grunch are rumored to be creatures that have resulted from years and decades and generations of isolation and inbreeding. The Grunch. Lurking in the woods, preying on animals and sometimes humans. Grunch. The Woman in White. This is often associated with the legend of Julia Brown, of which we spoke earlier. A spectral figure said to haunt the Monshok Swamp and typically appears before storms or disasters. So like a precursor ghost, the Woman in White. That's number 6 on the list. Number 7 on the list is Alligator Annie. Now, Alligator Annie is not a legend in the traditional sense of did it happen, did it not. This is about Annie Miller. Annie Miller was a real person known for her swamp tours and her deep knowledge of the bayou. She became a local icon. Her stories have taken on legendary status. Alligator Annie. She worked part-time in high school, headbutting alligators for peaceful resolutions. Number 8, the loup-garou. Similar to the rougarou, this creature is part of French folklore, a human who transforms into a wolf, often used to scare children into good behavior. The loup-garou. The rougarou. They're all the garous. The garou. Didn't he try? Nope, that was his cousin. The Grinch, the Grunch, tried to eat a whole Santa Claus. That's why Santa doesn't stop in the swamps. He just puts some floaties on it and tosses it out the sled. Ho, 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 hell no. Number 9 on the list, and sometimes this one falls in line with the Honey Island swamp monster, but the skunk ape. Now, the skunk ape is probably a name or a term you've heard in the past. It is a Bigfoot-like creature reported in various, not just in Louisiana, reported in various locations throughout southern U.S. This creature is described as a stinky-smelling, foul-smelling ape-like Sasquatchy that inhabits the swamps. Stanky skunk ape. That's a good teardown for your friend. You know, when you're out there, damn, bro, you smell like a skunk ape. You got to be careful with that. Like, it's potentially offensive. But if the smell is, shoe fits, skunk ape. No Garoos is Goo Garoos with Gary Garoos and Kang. Oh, Chad. And the last one, number 10 on the list, the will-o'-the-wisp, mysterious lights that appear over swamps, leading travelers astray. In folklore, they're often considered spirits or omen. The men in black called it swamp gas. But the will-o'-the-wisp, the orbs floating amongst the swamps. What is it? It is the sirens of the swamps. If they sing, it would sound like banjos, so we just let it glow. All right, there's your swamp things, kids. Say goodbye to the rougarou, boogaboo. Let's bring in a little cute bat. It's warm and fuzzy time. I feel better. Thank you guys for being here, getting that splinter out of my eye. We do our best, and we're going to keep doing our best. Hey, as you lean towards the weekend, it is Easter weekend. You know, this Easter weekend is me and my Christian perspective. The Easter weekends, everybody comes to church once a year, maybe twice a year if you come on Christmas. But if you do and you choose to go that way, enjoy it and delve into it and really, really dive in and listen. My conversation with Byron that I talked about yesterday to start my warm and fuzzies here. So if you weren't here at the top of the show, went one-wheeling after my board meeting yesterday evening. My friend Byron, that we've known each other for close to 30 years now. Anyway, he owns a barbecue shop. He was sitting outside the shop. We sat down and shot shit for an hour and caught up and just talked about his journey over the last year, my journey over the last year, and what God has provided and blessed and guided us with, and that Easter journey. And we were talking about Palm Sunday and, you know, the old Sunday school stories, and Jesus rode in on the donkey, and then they threw the palms down. They were high-fiving, like, hooray, hooray, hooray. And the Pharisees and everybody was like, oh, who is this some bitch right here trying to come up in here saying that he the king? Right? That was the beginning of a journey that he was riding in to die, right? It was it. And so as we head into this Easter weekend, just remember that and try to just be more compassionate with people. I've been impatient lately. I'm faulting myself with that. And sometimes you gotta take a patience pill. I don't know where I'm going with it. I want y'all to be blessed, all right? I want y'all to have a good Easter weekend, and whether you spent, you know, the investment to dye eggs or you're going to go coloring books like I am, I'm sure it's going to be a good one. We will have a show Friday morning. It'll be Good Friday, this Friday. But yeah, we'll have a show this Friday the 18th. I'll see you bright and early. Let's get these warm and fuzzies knocked out, all right? Speaking of Easter, Aldi one of my favorite stores on the planet, has hired 8-year-old Sophia May as their chief Easter egg tasting officer. Sophia impressed judges with her love for chocolate and her passion for Aldi treats. Sophia will now taste a selection of Easter eggs and provide feedback to help shape future products. Her family is thrilled for her. I am thrilled for her. Aldi donated an Easter egg to charity for each entry received. That's awesome. Good job, Aldi. And congratulations, Sophia May. I was, honored to make it to the last interview, but I can see hiring an 8-year-old. Child labor laws. Brush your teeth, kids. Papa's heading to the lay-down yard. That's beautiful. This just in, Aldi supports child labor. Yeah. Boy, I think this is something we could all go for. Winning the lottery during a work meeting. Okay, CBS says a Lee County, North Carolina woman recently won a $250,000 second chance lotto jackpot during a work meeting. Bonnie Harmon was shocked by the surprise news. She was in a meeting, got a call. Unlike most of us, Bonnie said, "Hello? Yes, this is Bonnie." Yeah, that's what happened. In the middle of the meeting. She was in the meeting when she got the call. She said, quote, "I told all my coworkers, guess what? I just won the lottery." Thank goodness there was a chair there because she thought she was going to pass out. She had to sit down. She was on cloud 9. Well, hell yeah, she was on cloud 9. Her head's still up in the clouds. Congratulations, Bonnie. She plans to use the money to pay down bills and invest in her children's future. That's a blessing. Good for you. Is she keeping her job? Probably so. $250,000 ain't $250 million. It's a lot of money, though. It's very nice. And our last warm and fuzzy from the feline nature, the New York Post says a cat named Snowy was stuck in a tree for 9 days in Bradford, England. Snowy's owner, Raza Ayub, sought help on social media, put up posters before a tree surgeon assisted in rescuing the feline. You can't call the fire department? They ain't got some 1950s firemen that just want to climb up and save a kitty? The hell, England? Anyway, Ayub expressed overwhelming joy at having Snowy safely back home. Snowy, you're a dum-dum, but I'm glad you got out of the tree. And that's some warm and fuzzies. That's some child labor, dumb cat, lottery-winning warm and fuzzy action for you on National Semicolon Day. World Semicolon Day. And then you'll see people that have that, but they have a semicolon tattooed. And it's because your story is not finished, right? As you move through your Wednesday, be nice humans. Take care of folks. I'll see you guys Friday morning, okay? Excuse me while I whip this out. I got nothing else. Have a great week, guys. I'll see you on Friday. In the immortal words of Ivan Basil, one of us. Hi! That's what I forgot to show you. That's right. I pulled this was when Ivan sent me stickers like a few years ago. And he included this poster for the Empire of Butts. One of us. Look, there's some of them. Look, there's one way back there. There. Yeah, there's Ivan. And then, yeah. Isn't that nice? And a nice note on the back. Yay. Love you, Ivan. All right, that's it. Now we're leaving for realsies. Have a great Thursday. I'll see you Friday morning. Today's Wednesday and all that things that end in Y.